In this video, I'm going to show you how to add a fuse to your fuse box so you can power on aftermarket accessories. Before I go into the fuse box, there's a couple things I want to show you in this environment where I can zoom into the fuse and into the add a fuse and give you a better view. Once I am doing the video inside of the fuse box, it's really hard to see where my poles are touching. So this is where you'll want to follow closely. In order to add a fuse and provide power to your aftermarket accessories, you need to purchase the right add a fuse kit and the right fuse type. The ones that the Toyota Rav4 uses and the ones that you will primarily tap into are low profile mini fuse sizes. They look like this. This is a mini fuse and this is a low profile mini fuse. With the voltmeter, we will determine which fuses have power and which ones do not, depending on if the car is on or off. I will also use the voltmeter to determine which side of the fuse has power, as that will help us determine the direction of our pigtail. Another part in the video is where I'm sticking the voltmeter on top of the fuse to determine if it is powered. On top of each fuse are two open slots that you can take your voltmeter and make contact with the fuse. It does not matter which one you touch. What you want to make sure is that you are touching the metal conductor, and then you touch ground on the other side to determine if you have power. So you can see right here the metal that is on top, it is exposed. And that's where you take this piece and you make contact with that metal right here. You won't be able to see it in the video, but in a part of the video that I'm determining which side has 12 volt power, I am simply taking my voltmeter, I am making contact with the metal conductor inside of my fuse box, touching it, and then with the black one I'm touching ground to see if there's power in this slot or if there's power in the opposite slot. If there is power on the left slot, then we will install the add a fuse kit like this, such that power will travel up the left metal conductor to the left side of the fuse, across the fuse, and then through to the wire. If power is on this side, we want to rotate this so power travels up through the fuse and then through the pigtail. If we installed it like this and power was over here, then power would travel up and through the pigtail without going across the fuse, leaving your wires at risk for burning out. The add a fuse kit will have two slots. The bottom slot will be for your Toyota fuse if you are going into a slot that already has a fuse. The top one will be for your aftermarket accessory fused to protect the wire and your accessory. So if I'm going to add this to a slot that does not have any fuse in it, then the bottom slot will remain empty and your top slot will be the fuse that you are going to add to protect your wire. The direction of the fuse does not matter. The direction of your add a fuse does when you add it to the slot inside of your fuse box. In this video, we're going to tap into this fuse box and show you which fuses you can use and which ones you shouldn't, and how you should install your add a fuse kit. The exercise inside of here is true for the fuse box inside of your cabin. This is just easier to record on. Your Rav4 is equipped with multiple fuse boxes to tap into and provide power to your aftermarket accessory. You have the left one over here. There is the main one over here on the right, and then there's one inside of the cabin under the driver's seat for your inside accessories. The fuse box on the left is primarily used for packages installed by Toyota. That might be your convenience package, your weather package. In my case, inside of here I have the de-icer, I have the heated seats, and I have the heated steering wheel. Over here is the main fuse box that's used for most of the engine components. And then inside of the cabin, that fuse box would provide protection for your lights, your doors, and other things like that. This is a switch panel that I installed in a previous video to power on my aftermarket accessories. We're going to go inside of the fuse box located under this to add a fuse in this video. Before you start playing with the fuses and seeing which fuse to go into, you need to understand what you want your aftermarket accessory to do and when you want it to turn on. These fuses can be powered while the Rav4 is on or off. So if you want your aftermarket accessory to turn on while the Rav4 is off, you'll need to find specific fuses for that. And if you want power to your accessory while the engine is off, you'll need to select fuses for that as well. So in order to do that, you need to have a voltmeter and go into the DC mode of your voltmeter. With your voltmeter, you'll take the negative and touch the conductor on top of the fuses. And then with your black one, you'll touch ground and you'll see if there's power. So you'll see right now this has 12.7 volts. Whereas if I were to go into a fuse that has no power while the car is off, it should read 0 volts, which would be this fuse over here. You have no power going to it. So by playing around with the fuses, you can find the right fuse for your accessory. So let's say I'm installing Raptor lights and I don't have a switch panel and I want the Raptor lights to turn on when the car is on. In that situation, I would select the fuses that only have power when the car is in accessory mode or when the car is completely on. You can read the diagram, and if you understand the abbreviations, you might be able to find the fuse that works for that, or you get the voltmeter and test it. Going with the voltmeter is the best option for safety. The other thing that's important with adding a fuse is to determine which direction the pigtail is supposed to go. You want to have current traveling through the fuse and then to your pigtail. So whether it goes this way or this way really does matter in order to protect your wire and your accessory. To determine the direction that the pigtail should go, I am going to tap into a fuse indicated as horn on the diagram. We will use this tool to pull it out. It is the 10 amp fuse located over here. Simply put that there and then we pull it out. And that's your fuse, you don't want to lose that. Then we will get our voltmeter. We have to touch the conductor that is located inside that would make contact with the fuses and see if the left side or the right side of the fuse has power. So if I stick this in here on the left side and I touch ground, we see we don't have power. But if I touch the other side and touch ground, we have 12 volts. That tells me that power is coming from the right side through the fuse and then back down. So in this fuse slot with horn, you will want your pigtail to travel in this direction. Up through the fuse and then through the pigtail. The direction of the fuse itself does not matter, only the direction in which the pigtail will follow. You always want the current to travel through the fuse and then to your accessory. Checking the direction of current is always important because in the example of the horn, the current travels in this direction, but for the USB accessory ports, it travels in the other direction. There are a lot of options in terms of which fuse to tap into. You want to select one that doesn't seem to be a very critical component of the vehicle. So in my situation, if I want power supplied only when the car is on, I will tap into the USB fuses, which are 7.5 amps on mine. If I wanted power to be supplied while the car is off, I would consider the horn. That way, if something were to fail, the car would still run, just the horn wouldn't work, which would give me time to diagnose and understand what took place. Now, if you are going to power an accessory where you always want power supplied to the accessory, whether the car is on or off, I would just ignore the fuse box and go directly to the battery. That way you are not going to play with anything inside of this important panel. That's where you might consider a fuse like this, which connects directly to the battery and provides 60 amps of power, at least in this situation. And then it runs power to whatever you want. In this case, it provides power to my switch box and the amplifier under my head unit. This exercise of determining the fuse and determining the direction of the pigtail is applicable for this fuse box, the other fuse box inside the engine compartment, and the one inside of your cabin. Don't forget to read the comments. A lot of people do provide good insight on things that I forget.